Thank you for joining me today for this unboxing and reboxing of Everdell. Everdell is a major award-winning game, as you can see with all of the awards listed on this right here. However, those are all stuck on the plastic wrap, so they will be leaving my copy here pretty soon. I haven't gotten into Everdell, but I'm very excited to get into it because I think it's a game that looks really cozy. And as much as I like monsters and war games, sometimes I really like cozy games. And that's what Everdell feels like to me from what I've seen so far. When I lift the lid, the first thing I find is an advertisement for Everdell Digital. And then the rule book for Everdell. So this is a 22-page rule book. It does include story, poetry, an index, solo rules, and then actual rules, as well as contents and components here. So it is a long rule book, but it has much more than just rules, so it's not super rule heavy. Next, we have advertisements for expansions and other games. Instructions for assembling the Ever tree. So apparently we slide the trunk onto 2 base pieces. Oh, so we're gonna have to assemble this tree and then put it back in the box. Okay, that will be fun. So the first thing that we found though, after those instructions, was the board here. So this is the board that we have. Very round, folds into quarters. Next, we have 3 punch boards, which includes the pieces of this tree. It also includes 10 3-point tokens and 20 1-point tokens, as well as 20 occupied tokens. The occupied tokens look like this. And then we have 4 basic event tiles. That's what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the parts of our tree, the Ever tree. Okay. Then down here in the box below, we have twigs. The twigs look like this. And we have berries. These berries remind me of blueberries, but they're definitely the wrong side color for that. They're more fuchsia than anything else. They feel almost rubber in texture. Not what I was expecting them to feel like. We have 25 resin, which look like little orange crystals here. And 20 pebbles, which are flat gray ovals. We also get some bags here. We have 3 bags, and we have these workers, and we have an 8-sided die. It says it's for the solo game. So I'm not sure yet what to use the bags for. I'm tempted to divide the workers up into player bags, but I'm not sure that's the right use for these. So I might wait to rebag until I've played the game and actually know what I'm doing, because I've never played before. In this card deck, we have some very small cards here. We have 16 special event cards, it says. These are the 16 special event cards. They're nice and small. And then we have 11 forest cards, it calls them. Look like this. The special event cards have this back and the forest cards have this back. And then we have a pile of cards here. It says we should have 128 critter and construction cards. We also had a little card that just said that this is the English edition of Everdell. Okay, it says 128 critter and construction cards. And 1 victory card, which is this. Here's our 1 victory card. And we get 1 more card that tells us this is the English edition. Then we have 128 of our critter and construction cards. They all have the same back like this. And on the front, they look like all of these. These cards don't want to all stay in the same spot. I'm going to split them in half because they wanted to overflow once they were no longer being held on by their plastic wrap. Now I'm going to look at the punch board and assembly here. So first we have these 4 tiles, which can lay here on top of the cards. Oh, maybe these should be better used for our coins here. At least for now until I decide otherwise. That's what I'll do. So for assembling the Ever tree, it says that first we take the 2 base pieces and we slide the trunk onto it. So I not only punched them out, I made sure that this thin line in them was available and not still in it. So then I can slide it on like this. I did this backwards according to the instructions. So the instructions have the skinnier part going to the back, more upright piece, and then more slopey piece going toward the front if we define the front based on these symbols up here. So we slide that in, and then we slide the large canopy down over the trunk until it is in position over the lower branches. So I have to punch out the hole here that will go through. It slides like this and evenly down until it hits this ledge here. And then the top piece is going to do similarly, but just stop sooner by sliding down like this. What it seems like it should be doing, but oh, okay, so it has to go sideways so that it doesn't cause a problem. That is really tough. And since this isn't going to fit in the box like this, I'm supposed to do this every time it's played. Sounds tough. And there's a little hole here that's supposed to be punched out. There we go. Okay, so this is our finished Ever tree. I really wish it would just fit in the box, but instead I have this separate structure that's going to have to come apart and go back together every time. Don't think I like this. The storage aspect. I might come up with a better box so that this can just stay together each time. Also, I was very careful with this, but this piece is bent a little here already, right here. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But for now, I will take it back apart so we can put it back in the box and repack it. I'm going to put the paper right on top of that, and then the board, and then the rules. That way the assembly instructions will stay with it for the next time. And then the advertisements can go back in. And that's all there was to Everdell. If you enjoyed unboxing and reboxing Everdell with me today, please give us a like and a subscribe and come back for more videos. Thanks.